Sat Sri Akal and Namaste. Welcome to @Visa Self-Help, your trusted guide for all visa-related processes. If you're a student eyeing New Zealand as your next educational destination, then you're at the right place. We offer comprehensive assistance in Punjabi and Hindi, making the journey less daunting and more approachable. We invite you to subscribe to our channel and stay updated with the latest visa application procedures, tips, and advice. We appreciate your suggestions and queries in the comments section as it helps us serve better. Today, we're focusing on the New Zealand student visa process. We'll walk you through every step using the most recent information from the official Immigration New Zealand website. We'll help you avoid common mistakes and share tips to maximize your chances of a successful application. Don't forget to like this video if you find it helpful and share it with others who might benefit. Let's embark on this journey together, supporting each other in achieving our educational dreams. So, are you ready to get started? Are you planning to study in New Zealand and wondering about the visa process? If so, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to demystify the New Zealand student visa process, breaking it down into digestible, easy-to-follow steps. It's a journey, yes, but one that's well worth it for the opportunity to study in such a beautiful and dynamic country. We'll be covering everything from the different types of visas available to the specific requirements for each. We'll also provide you with a roadmap of the application process and what to expect once you've submitted your application. It can seem overwhelming at first, but don't worry, we're here to guide you through each stage. This video is your one-stop resource for all things related to the New Zealand student visa process. Our aim is to provide you with the information you need to navigate the process with confidence and ease. So, ready to dive into the process? Let's get started. First things first, it's important to know that there are different types of visas available for international students studying in New Zealand. We will be focusing on the fee-paying student visa type, diving right in. The type of visa that you should be aware of in this video is the fee-paying student visa. This is the most common type of visa for international students who are enrolled in a full-time course in New Zealand. This visa allows you to study in New Zealand for up to 4 years and even allows you to work part-time during your studies. Remember, there are other types of study visa, and each of these visas has its own criteria and conditions, so it's crucial to understand which one suits your study plans the best and what it allows you to do while you're in New Zealand. You can check the website appearing on the screen for further details. Now that we know the different types of visas, let's move on to the application process. So, how do you apply for a student visa in New Zealand? Well, let's break down the application process into manageable, easy-to-follow steps. First things first, you'll need to decide which type of visa you're applying for. Remember, each visa has specific criteria and conditions, so make sure you choose the one that best suits your study plans. In this case, we are talking about the fee-paying study visa. The next step is to gather all the necessary documents. You'll need to provide evidence of your study plans, financial means, and medical and travel insurance. You may also be required to provide a police certificate to prove good character. It's important to note that all documents must be in English or have an English translation. Next, it's time to fill out the application form. You can do this online, and it's a pretty straightforward process. Make sure to fill in all the required fields and double-check your answers. Any inaccuracies can delay your application or even lead to a rejection. After completing the form, you'll need to submit it along with all your documents. You can do this directly on the website. There's a small application fee that you'll need to pay at this stage. The amount varies depending on the type of visa and your country of origin. Once you've submitted your application, you'll have to wait for a response. Processing times vary, but you can usually expect an answer within 20 to 90 days. If your application is successful, you'll receive a visa label or a visa. If it's not, don't despair. You can always contact the immigration office for feedback and apply again. And there you have it. That's the application process in a nutshell. It may seem daunting, but remember, preparation is key to a successful application. Make sure you have all your documents ready, fill out the form accurately, and be patient. Your New Zealand adventure is just a few steps away. What are the requirements for a student visa in New Zealand? Let's dive right into the specifics. The criteria and conditions for each type of visa vary, but there are a few common requirements that you should be aware of. First, let's look at academic qualifications. You must provide evidence of enrollment in an approved course of study. This could be a letter of acceptance from your chosen educational institution or a current student ID if you're already studying. You'll also need to show that you've completed any prerequisite courses or qualifications necessary for your chosen course of study. Next, we move on to the financial requirements. To study in New Zealand, you need to demonstrate that you have sufficient funds to support yourself throughout your stay. This could include bank statements showing a healthy balance or a letter from a sponsor who is willing to cover your costs. Additionally, you need to show that you have the means to either return to your home country at the end of your stay or continue on to further study. The third key requirement is health and character. You'll need to provide medical and chest X-ray certificates and a police certificate to prove that you're in good health and of good character. Bear in mind, these requirements might differ slightly depending on the length of your stay and your country of origin. Finally, you'll need to provide evidence of intent to leave New Zealand after your studies. This could be a letter stating your intent to return home, or proof of job offers or further study in your home country. Remember, these are general requirements. Specific visas may have additional criteria, such as age restrictions or proof of language proficiency. It's crucial to check the specific conditions for the visa you're applying for on the official immigration website. Knowing the requirements beforehand will save you time and effort in the long run. So, ensure you're fully informed and prepared before starting the application process. You've submitted your application. Now what? Well, after you've hit that submit button, your application embarks on a journey through the hands of immigration officials. They will review your application thoroughly, ensuring that every detail aligns with the requirements for a student visa. Bear in mind, the processing time can vary. It could be a matter of weeks, or it might stretch into a few months. So what can you do in the meantime? Stay patient and stay prepared. Use this time to do more research about New Zealand, the culture, the people, the weather, the places you'd like to visit. You could also start planning your accommodation and your daily life in New Zealand. And if you haven't done so already, now would be an excellent time to start getting your finances in order. Remember, it's always better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Now let's talk about the outcomes. If your application is successful, congratulations! You are one step closer to starting your academic journey in New Zealand. You'll receive an approval in principle, after which you can pay your tuition fees. Once the fees are paid, you'll receive a visa. On the other hand, if your application is unsuccessful, don't be disheartened. Understand the reasons for the refusal and consider them as stepping stones towards a successful application in the future. You can always reapply, ensuring that you've addressed the issues pointed out in your previous application. Patience is key after submitting your application. Remember, every good thing takes time. So don't stress, keep your spirits high and look forward to the new adventures that await you in New Zealand. We've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? Indeed, our journey through the New Zealand study visa process has been quite an adventure. We started off by exploring the diverse types of visas available for international students. From the initial student visa to the pathway student visa, each type comes with its own unique set of requirements and conditions, tailored to different study situations. Then we delved into the application process. We walked through the necessary steps, from preparing your documents to submitting your application, ensuring you're well equipped to navigate this path smoothly. Next, we discussed the requirements in detail, emphasizing the importance of providing accurate and complete information. We also highlighted the need to demonstrate your genuine intent to study, sufficient funds, and acceptable health and character. Finally, we touched upon what happens after the application. We stressed the importance of carefully following the conditions of your visa once it's granted and the potential opportunities available post-study. Remember, the journey to studying in New Zealand starts with understanding the visa process. Good luck on your journey.